네, 안녕하세요. 여러분의 협력자 엘라의 고아라입니다. 올해 2023년에도 콜리전에 왔습니다. 네, 이곳은 캐나다 토론토인데요. 한 일주일간 컨퍼런스가 시작됩니다. 이번에도 테크 인사이트를 어떻게 풀어나갈지 기대되는데요. 지금 시장에서는 크립토 마켓이라든지 웹3가 다시 올라오고 있습니다. 그렇기 때문에 작년과는 달리 또 다른 기조를 확인할 수 있을 텐데요. 또 여러 회사의 CEO들과 그리고 각 스타트업들이 어떻게 이 콜리전을 풍성하게 뿌려나갈지 기대됩니다. 오늘은 컨퍼런스 첫째 날이고요. 아침에 비가 옵니다. Hello. Okay, let me go.
It's now. Okay.
Not only that, the group with Copilot actually had a higher success rate. They got the job done more often. And if we look into our telemetry, the telemetry that we have collected in the last year, we see that in those files where Copilot is enabled, 46% of the code is written by AI. Almost half. And in fact, for some programming languages like Java, it's already over 60%. Now, if you're a Java developer, you're like, well, all these import lines, or the Java dog, or the try-catch blocks, right? But that's exactly the boilerplate code, that the repetitive task that is dragging us down all the time. But at GitHub, we're not building tools for just the sake of productivity. We actually want to make developers more happy, more satisfied. And you don't have to believe me when I say Copilot make developers actually more fulfilled. Because we did a survey of 2,000 developers, we followed the SPACE framework, we asked them a number of questions, and 75% of them told us they're more fulfilled. They require less mental energy to get the job done. They're faster because they don't have to focus on all these repetitive tasks. 75% more fulfilled. If you have ever launched a developer tool, you know that the typical reaction is, Thomas, don't touch my system, I know what I'm doing. In the last year, more than 1 million developers have activated GitHub Copilot. In that amount of time, they have accepted more than 3 billion lines of code from Copilot. And I said earlier, that 46% of code is written by Copilot. So that also means that those developers in total wrote 6 billion lines of code. This is not just some AI hype. This is an actual productivity improvement. AI at scale deployed through GitHub Copilot. And of course, with these numbers, businesses came to us left and right and wanted to adopt Copilot. They wanted a business version. If you've ever, started with a product and went to product market fit, and then you started talking to enterprises, you realize it's no longer just the developers you have to convince. You have to convince the IT department, the privacy team. They want you to sign a privacy agreement, and then you have to still close the sale with the purchase team, right? And so we are really excited that now companies around the world are using Copilot, from Shopify here in Canada to Mercado Libre all the way down in Argentina, from Stripe to very traditional banking companies in Europe, in APAC, in Australia, to automotive companies, to insurance companies, and of course, a lot of startups. They actually explicitly are permitting Copilot to be used in interview loops. Right? And you may have seen in the press that some professors are considering that cheating if you use a tool like Copilot to do your homework, because it gives you all the solutions. But the core skill is now for a developer to know how to prompt the AI, how to get. And if you think about this, whether you're a new developer just learning to code, whether you are a university student, or whether you're somebody in a new team, you're the new team member and you're trying to figure out how they work, you're more likely to go between your editor and the browser, right? You have to look things up, you have to find documentation, you might have to go to Stack Overflow to understand how this works in this programming language or with this framework. And a year ago, here on the stage, I said, AI will not replace developers. And just 1 year in, I'm convinced that AI will not replace developers. The truth is so far from it. Through the history of software development tools, with every advancement in technology, we have seen improvements in productivity. More technology in our lives have meant that we have needed more software developers, and this AI technology is not sentient. And technology is not sentient, cannot replace human creativity. It can only help us to deliver it. The collision of AI and software development will not decrease software developer jobs. It will actually lead to more developers that manage all these large systems that are building the world of tomorrow. It will lead to more developers that are happy doing and maintaining all the software. Just 1 year in, I'm convicted that AI and software development are now inextricably linked for the rest of our lives. Software, in a world eaten by software, every developer deserves a co-pilot.
네, 여러분, 오늘도 이렇게 첫날 콜리전이 끝났습니다. GitHub CEO 토마스 돔케의 기조연설부터 어떻게 데벨로퍼들을 더 행복하게 할 것인지, AI는 개발자를 대체하지 않는지 정말 스피치를 듣는 것도 인상적이었고요. 각 스타트업 부스뿐만이 아니라 연사들이 정말 다양한 주제로 진행을 하고 있는데요. HR적으로 어떻게 우리가 인재들을 킵할 수 있을 것인지, 그리고 이렇게 테크가 발달함에 따라 우리가 일하는 방법을 어떻게 바꿀 수 있을 것인지 정말 여러 가지를 다룰 수 있어서 매우 좋았습니다. 그러면 내일과 내일 모레는 어떻게 진행될지 정말 궁금한데요. 여러분 많이 기대해 주세요. 고맙습니다.